Hi, guys. You're probably surprised to hear me talking, but I'm doing a voiceover for the first time. I'm doing this set on my right hand. Well, now you can't see it, but anyway, so I'm doing this set. It's all gel polish, but I'm doing kind of a marble that looks like acrylic would look. I kind of took inspiration from my first and only ever set of professional acrylics from a nail tech here in New York where I live. And they were gorgeous, and I just wanted to recreate them. And right now I am doing builder gel on my natural nails to kind of flatten them out because they grow like straight upward. So when I do straight tips on them, it's just up to the sky instead of flat. So I am trying to already flatten my natural nail out to then put the straight tips on because I much prefer those, honestly. I've been using the curved tips for the longest time to kind of counteract that because they don't like curve down on me because my nails grow up. So they end up looking flat, the curved tips. So the only problem with the curved tips then is that when they grow out, or if they're super long like I want to do this set, then they start to look really wonky and curved down like a cat. So I'm not a huge fan of that. So I want to go back to the straight tips, and to have the best look to them, I wanted to flatten my natural nails, so I just put builder gel. So now that they're on, I'm just trimming them a tiny bit, and I'm holding the whole entire top of these clippers because the little container part was like flying off when I did my right hand. And I'm just taking a little bit off, and it's like touching the back of it, if you can see that. And now I'm just trimming off a little bit extra on the thumb because it was a bit long for me. And as you can see, I'm doing stiletto today, so I'm gonna go ahead and clip those into a stiletto shape as best I can with this, just to make filing easier. So now I'm gonna file and shape, and then I'm gonna buff the surface. Now I'm just adding a layer. This is actually top coat, not base coat, but it works the same for me so far. These tips are a lot stronger than the curved tips. I had, like in my own time, had done this top coat / base coat on the curved tips before I trimmed them because they kept snapping and falling off and stuff. So these, I don't have to do that. So I'm just doing the normal thing, putting it on after everything's glued on and filed and everything. All right, now I'm doing the nail art, and this nude is Beetles. And a couple videos back, I had done like a nude swatch from Beetles, and those were all builder gels. This is not one of those. I have like two other, I don't know what you call it, I guess sets or packages or whatever of nude-ish colors. One is like a natural set, and the other one is like all nudes. And they come 6 in each. The other one's like a little more pinky kind of toned gel polishes, and this one's more nudes and browns. So I'm using one of the nudes, and now here I'm gonna kind of carve out a section in the middle to do the marble. And I got pretty close so you guys can see. But just in the middle, I'm not trying to do it like perfectly straight or anything. I kind of want it to be like a little bit wavy and diagonal. And I have my thumb, my middle finger, and my ring finger. And I'm going to do that to all three. And I cured it. And now I'm doing a second coat And I'm gonna get the cuticle lined up really nicely, but then you can just go over the entire nail. Like, don't worry about that empty spot. And then you can see through the nail and you're able to clean them up with this second coat, the same little spot from the first coat. And I always wipe the edges. Every coat I wipe the edges to keep my shape nice and tidy. And I'm gonna cure that. And I do everything for a minute, by the way. If you've got like super thin coats, you can do 30 seconds, but I just go ahead and do the damn thing the whole the whole 60 seconds. Now I'm about to do marble, and I'm just doing white and clear. So this is just that top coat again. And I saw somebody do this a long time ago on YouTube. I have no idea who it is, I can't remember. But she put down a bunch of white like in the middle, instead of like wasting polish and like just doing a little stripe and then a little stripe of clear and then having to redo it 3 times or however many times. She did this where she put the white in the middle and then the clear on the edges. And I have 3 nails that I'm doing this on, just a little stripe. And so I have 3 dots of clear, and I'm kind of making a little marble on the palette. And I'm gonna scoop that up with my brush here. And I'm just gonna put that right in the middle. I'm kind of mix it up a little bit on the nail too. And now I can go straight to the next nail and do the same thing. And now I can do the third one. And you can see how quick this is. It's super easy. And doesn't have to be perfect because I'll clean up the edges here in a minute. This one was a little too white, so I just added a little bit of that milky color from the side where I wiped that brush off. And now I'm just cleaning the edges, lining it up to where I had cleaned up that spot from earlier. And now I'm gonna do the regular marble. And I'm just gonna do this the same way with the white and the clear. And I'm doing this on the nail. There's no need for a palette. With this kind of marble, there's not. If you wanna do like a real marble swirl, for me, it's easier to do the palette and scoop it. But with this type of marble, it's easier to just kind of stripe it onto the nail, and you'll see here in a minute how I mix those up. But this is that top coat again. And I'm just filling in the gaps with the clear. And now I'm taking this really thin bristled brush. I use that for blending like ombres, just personally. And I'm gonna mix those together, but like in that sort of diagonal line type of formation, you know what I mean? And you can leave as little or as much of a clear, like open background as you want. I like them to be like quite mixed, but I like a transition from like white to clear to milky, like kind of all mixed up. But I will never have a big clear gap. I like it just like that, with a little bit of clear, but mostly white and milky. Clean up the sides, and I'll go ahead and cure that just so I don't bump it. But if you don't want to do that, you can just leave it out and do this next one, because they're honestly super easy, super quick. If you know you're not going to bump it, you don't have to cure between. It saves a lot of time if you don't. But I couldn't be trusted, so I went ahead and cured it. I'm just going to do the same thing here. I hope you guys like this better, because I haven't posted a video in a while, but I was kind of nervous to do it because like doing a voiceover is like doing my first video all over again when I haven't done a voiceover before. I have a second channel that I just kind of screw around on and I do voiceovers on there, but this is the channel like that I really care about, and I've done I don't even know how many videos now, maybe like 10 or something. I don't know. But I've been here since December. I've not done a voiceover yet, so it's like restarting the whole brand, you know? So I hope you guys like it. I'm pretty nervous to do it, but we'll see. I hope it brings like more engagement and that you guys feel a little more connected, because I would love to have comments and stuff and be able to chat with you guys, get to know you, stuff like that, you know? And that is it for the nail art. Now I'm just going to encapsulate with builder gel. And I had bought this builder gel to kind of save money because I always run out because I like pretty thick nails. And rebuying the builder gel in the jar, not the jar, but like the bottle from Beetles. That one's actually a good size. But I had to rebuy it because I run out quick. I was doing my nails every single week. And these nails I'm actually still wearing. So I posted my last video for my dinner date 2 weeks ago and did my nails right after that, like that day. And it was this set. And I've had them on for 2 weeks. It'll be over 2 weeks by the time I have to take them off. This video is going up tomorrow. So it'll be Sunday when you see this. I'm recording the voiceover Saturday, and I have to take my nails off maybe Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. But I am so in love with this set that I did not want to take it off. I still don't. Like, I have no lifting. It's going to be like 2.5 weeks by the time I have to take them off to record another video. I don't want to take them off. But anyway, before I had been doing my nails every single week and just running out of that Beetles builder gel. But it's such a good builder gel, at least until it starts to dry up, like you've got to the bottom of the bottle. And it's not that expensive either, but I just didn't want to keep buying it. I would buy like 2 at a time, but I didn't want to keep on buying it when I could just buy a big jar like this. But this builder gel, honestly, it's like super tough, but when you put it on your nail, I don't know if it's like the heat of your finger or what, but it just is so like easy to flood. And so I like the consistency in the jar, but the application process is so difficult and it floods super easy. I just cannot deal with that. It's so much quicker to just do the one in the bottle. So I think for the next set, I'm gonna go back to that. And now I am just gonna file that a little bit, just kind of clean them up. This is just a sanding band. I don't use any like I don't even know, ceramic. I don't use any super tough stuff. I just use sanding bands, and I use like a really soft one for the prep to clean my cuticles up and do the natural nail. This one's quite rough because that last builder gel was not even, and also it leaves a lot of bubbles too, and those stayed in the final product, which is something else I don't like about that builder gel. I never had any bubbles like that with the Beetles one, but filing doesn't really help that, but it gets rid of some of the ones that are on the surface, you know. But now I'm just tidying up that stiletto shape. And this is my favorite shape right now. I love stiletto, especially when they're long. Like, you can do short ones, but I love long stilettos. And now I'm just gonna clean them up. And right now I'm not working outside of home, so I get to wear as long of the nails as I want. So I'm really enjoying the long stilettos right now. That's why I didn't want to take them off, because they're so pretty. And it's my first time doing straight tips in the longest time, and they just look so good. And even grown out 2.5 weeks, they look fantastic, and I'm really proud of this set. So I just did not want to take them off, but I'm gonna have to, unfortunately. But yeah, the good thing about working from home right now is that I got to keep these on, and they got to be a long stiletto set, and I'm super happy with them. Now I'm going to use this top coat, and it's a shiny top coat. I do have Beetles matte top coat, but I would never do that with a marble personally. I don't know why, but I just much prefer a shiny top coat for this one. And this is from the same brand as the Builder Gel, but this top coat honestly is very, very, very good. It stays shiny for going on 2.5 weeks, and it's very strong. I haven't had any chips or anything like that, and it's just a good product, so I highly recommend this. I think this was Savalind, and that was the same company as the dip powder that I have, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I've used the dip powder in previous videos too, whenever I'm figuring out like my personal routine for building my nails. I had done like a couple thin layers of clear dip powder between and everything like that. I tried everything. You guys can go back in my previous videos and see, but I have tried everything to kind of get my routine down for doing my nails at home and having them super strong and very well structured and everything. A nail tech is not going to do that, like a layer of gel, a layer of dip powder, a layer of gel, a layer of dip powder. Like, they're just not. So I was just screwing around, but Savalind for me has been a good brand of products, but I've only tried their dip powder, their builder gel in the jar, which I'm not a huge fan of, and this top coat. I love the top coat. I love the dip powder. So, and they're pretty cheap too, just like Beetles. So those are a couple brands I can recommend to you guys right off the bat. Savalind and Beetles. Not that anyone asked, but I'm just letting you know. All right, that's the finished look. It sounds like a makeup tutorial, but that's the finished set. And now I'm just going to do cuticle oil really quick. And if you guys have any like issues with audio, like I sound too loud or too quiet, like let me know, because I don't have a professional microphone. I'm just talking into my phone microphone on iMovie in post. So I hear it and it sounds fine, and then I'll like whenever I post it, I'll watch it on my TV and it sounds fine as well. But you guys let me know what you think. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's such a pretty set and it's super fucking easy. So like I would pay for this at a salon. So I was pretty pleased with these myself. My like goal for myself is to make my nail tech proud if I were to go in there and have her do my nails and she had to take these off. So I think they pass. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you guys next week.